cases, these deities are directly associated with these experiences. In others, they are more abstract symbols. Fertility rites may accompany their worship. Now, it is one of the Ugarit texts. No, it is one of the Ugarit texts dated to c. 1500 to 1300 BCE. The Ugarit texts are a corpus of ancient cuneiform texts discovered since 1928 in Ugarit and Ras Ibn Hani in Syria, and written in Ugaritic and otherwise unknown Northwest Semitic language. Approximately 15,000 texts and fragments have been found to date. Now, the text identifies Baal as the god Hadad. Now, Hadad, or Isker for Sumerian, was the storm god and rain god in the Canaanite and ancient Mesopotamian languages. Now, the north as Hadad, the Northwest Semitic form of Adad. Now, the stories are written in Ugaritic, and like I said, it's an extinct Northwest Semitic language, a Northwest Semitic language, an extinct one, and written in cuneiform abjad, and abjad is a writing system in which only consonants are represented, leaving vowel sounds to be inferred by the reader. This contrasts with alphabets, which provide graphemes for both consonant and vowels. The term was introduced in 1990 by Peter T. Daniels. It was discovered on a series of clay tablets found in the 1920s in the Tell of Ugarit, modern Ras Shamra, situated in the Mesopotamian coast of northern Syria, a few kilometers north of the modern city of Latakia, and far ahead of the current coastline. The stories include the myth of Baal Alian and the death of Baal. So, the Baal Cycle series of stories are Yam wants to rule over the other gods and be the most powerful of all. Baal Hadad opposes Yam and slays him. Baal Hadad, with the help of Anat and Atharat, pursues El to allow him a palace. Now, Anat is Anath was a goddess associated with warfare and hunting, best known from the Ugaritic texts. Most researchers assume that she originated in the Amorite culture of Bronze Age Upper Mesopotamia, and that the goddess Hanat attested in the text of something. I don't really want to click on it and go away from the page, you know what I mean?
Where we're going, yeah. Which, you're reading that on Wikipedia, right? Not on this thing that I'm looking at. Not on the, let me go back to my Wikipedia. I was looking at the Phoenician.
Now, Asherah is a fertility goddess in ancient Semitic religion who appears in a number of ancient sources. She also appears in Hittite writings as Asertu or Asertu. Her name is sometimes rendered Atharat in the context of her cult at Agarit. Now, Now, Baal-Hadad, with the help of Anat and Atharat, pursued El to allow him a palace. And El is the Northwest Semitic word meaning God or deity, and referring to any one of multiple major ancient Near East deities. A rarer form, Elah, represents the predicate form of Old Akkadian and in Amorite. The word is derived from the Proto-Semitic Il, meaning God. So,
is this the Hadad?
He doesn't pursue El, he persuades El to allow him a palace. Yeah. So,
this is on the Hadad Wikipedia. This isn't on the Baal Wikipedia.
No, the Baal cycle. This is the last one I just posted there, down there. It's in the Jitsi chat.
Yeah, I thought that's what I was on just now. Oh no, something different. Okay.
There it is. But I misread that one word. It said that he persuade. No, it says Baal-Hadad, with the help of Anat and Atharat, persuades El to allow him a palace. So allow Baal-Hadad a palace. Now Baal-Hadad commissions Kather-wa-Kas to build him a palace. Now Kather-wa-Kasis, also known as Kather or Hayayanu, was an Ugarit god regarded as a divine artisan. He could variously play the role of an architect, smith, musician, or magician. He is well attested in ritual texts, and a number of theophoric names invoking him have been identified. So, Kather-wa-Kasis. Now, king of the god and ruler of the world seeks to subjugate Mot. And Mot was the Canaanite god of death and the underworld.
You gotta get you a soundbar.
He was also known to the people of Ugarit and in Phoenicia, where Canaanite religion was widespread. The main source of information about Mot in Canaanite mythology comes from the text discovered in Ugarit. Now, Mot kills Baal-Hadad. Anat brutally kills Ma, grinds him up, and scatters his ashes.
Oh my gosh.
Baal-Hadad returns to Mount Zephyr. Mot, having recovered from being grounded up and scattered, challenges Baal-Hadad. Baal-Hadad refuses. Mot submits. Baal-Hadad rules again. And that is what the Baal cycle series of stories are. That's what they consist of. So, what do you think about that?
I think it's interesting, and I feel like that's why I was getting Mot mixed up with Baal, because when we were looking them up, Mot up, that's kind of what I probably was having intertwined. So that's what it was. He attacked. How do you overpower? Well, I guess it's God if you're God, and Baal technically means God. And then, yeah, I guess that does make sense for you to be able to overpower death. So that's not really a valid question.
That's pretty interesting.
And then it says she demands. I didn't. Oh, that's a not. Okay. Yeah.
Now, we were able to cover that pretty good, and I think we should get on to Porphyry of Tyre. No, Porphyry Malchus of Tyre, 23 to 309 AD, was born in Tyre and studied in Athens before joining the Neoplatonist group of Plotinus in Rome, where he studied philosophy. Porphyry was a man of great learning and was interested in and had great talent for historical and philosophical criticisms. He had a passion to uproot false teachings in order to ennoble people and turn them to the good. He declared the salvation of the soul as the ultimate purpose of philosophy. His works included Against the Christians, a work of 15 volumes directed not against Christ or his teachings, but against the Christians of his own day and their sacred books. He argued they were the work of ignorant people and deceivers. He attacked Christian doctrines on both philosophical and exegetical grounds. As to be expected, his books were banned in 448 and ordered destroyed by the Christians. Copious extracts from them remain in the writings of St. Augustine and others. Other books, such as Aids to the Study of the Intelligibles, is the basic summary of Neoplatonism. He wrote against Moses and attacked Eusebius of Caesarea. He lived in austere celibate life. Now,
Porphyry believed that animals, unlike plants, although having somewhat... You were going to say something about what he was doing. If you finish reading him, I'll do Toad's.
Hold on a minute. No. There was Neoplatonism. I wanted to kind of go over that with the Wikipedia.
Okay.
That way we can get that basically on video. So, because we
discussed it a little bit because I have them pulled up in my notes, but I'm not sure how much we went into detail.
Yeah, and I've made a link to the Wikipedia if you haven't got it up. But let's see here. Now, Neoplatonism is a version of Platonic philosophy that emerged in the 3rd century AD against the background of Hellenistic philosophy and religion. The term does not encapsulate a set of ideas as much as a series of thinkers. Among the common ideas it maintains is monism, the doctrine that all of reality can be derived from a single principle, the One. Neoplatonism began with Ammonius Saccas and his student Plotinus, circa 204 to 205 from 204 to 205 to 271 AD. And
so started in the 0405,
yeah. And stretched to the 6th century AD. After Plotinus, there were 3 distinct periods in the history of Neoplatonism: the work of his student Porphyry, 3rd to early 4th century, that of Lamblichus, 3rd to 4th century. And
but if it's Lamb, wouldn't it be Lamblichus? Because Lamb is already Lamb. Yeah, like I was just wondering. I'm not.
Yeah. 3rd to 4th century, in the period in the 5th and 6th century when the academies of Alexandria and Athens flourished. Now, Hellenism is another thing that is important to remember.
What does Helen have to do with right now? I just saw something recent about Hellenism and Hellen religion type. What is this? What is that? What is this?
Now, Hellenistic philosophy is ancient Greek philosophy corresponding to the Hellenistic period of ancient Greece, from the death of Alexander the Great in 323 BC to the Battle of Actium in 31 BC. The dominant schools of this period were the Stoics, the Epicureans, and the Skeptics. So when you hear about the Stoics in Greek philosophy,
that's a new concept to me, but I mean, I've heard it recently a lot. Stoics. I thought it was Stoics. Stoics, right? Stoics.
Yeah, Stoic. Yeah.
That and PSYOP, like these are new words that I see a lot often. I just didn't know what they mean. But go ahead.
Yeah. Let me see where I'm at now.
I apologize. Okay. I got you thrown off.
No, I threw myself off. I got caught up in the Hellenistic thing. I wanted to point that out. Now, Neoplatonism had an enduring influence on the subsequent history of Western philosophy and religion. In the Middle Ages, Neoplatonic ideas were studied and discussed by Christian, Jewish, and Muslim thinkers. In the Islamic cultural sphere, Neoplatonic texts were available in Arab and Persian translations, and notable philosophers such as Al-Farabi, Salam ibn Gibral, Avicenna, or Ibn Sina, and Maimonides incorporated Neoplatonic elements into their own thinking. Now, Christian philosophy and theology, Thomas Aquinas, 1225 to 1274, had direct access to the works of Proclus, Simplicius of Cilicia, and Pseudo Dionysius of
it's not of, but just
and Pseudo Dionysius the Areopagite.
But I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure it's a soft G, not Pagite. It's like Pagite. Yeah.
Pagite. Areopagite. And he knew about other Neoplatonists such as Plotinus and Porphyry through secondhand sources. The German mystic Meister Eichenhardt, circa 1260 to circa 1328, was also influenced by Neoplatonism, propagating the contemplative way of life, which points to the Godhead beyond the nameable God.